A very good evening to you all and welcome to News Tonight this Wednesday, the 10th day of July 2024. On sign language, it is Senyomo Yusuf and I'm Rukidi Kiijanangoma. And we're coming live to you online and on Broadcast House, from Broadcast House here on Nile Avenue. And let's get started. Parliamentary Committee on Commissions, Statutory Authorities and State Enterprises, COSASI, has scrutinized the management of the Uganda Civil Aviation Authority, UCAA, for inconsistencies and misinterpretations in the Auditor General's report for the year 2022-2023. Neither committee discovered that conflicting and differing figures had been submitted in UCAA's responses. We have more in this story.
Apart from these notes, do you have anywhere where you report that this is an amount that is specific in relation to this rent?
Disturbing or confusing how it comes up with a profit of 47 billion that is reported, and yet when you look at the costs which are being injected into the group, like he said, you talked of revenues of 75 million when we were discussing revenues. Now here we are seeing a profit before tax of 47 billion. So
the fact that now we have two financial statements in this case where we have group and authority, I don't know whether what we are examining, which exactly, are we examining the statements of the group, are we examining statement of the authority?
You cannot talk of a profit or loss belonging to a non-existing entity.
We are going to show you how we pick these handlers over time in a competitive way, and then we'll give you the documentation.
I think
Now, Group Viain Africa has launched an internet connection canal box internet service in Uganda with the aim of providing subscribers with high-speed home internet using optical fiber technology. While launching this technology, Deputy Speaker of Parliament Thomas Tayebwa cautioned its innovators to derive measures which will prohibit its misuse in relation to pornography.
One, are we connected?
The new technology is expected to revolutionize home internet connectivity, thereby bridging the digital divide and provide every household with access to fast and dependable internet to ensure subscribers enjoy a seamless internet experience.
We aim to democratize broadband internet access to fiber, and we want to be the champion of this market. With speed of 50 Mbps for only 110,000 Uganda shillings per month. It just shows that we're serious about covering the whole of Kampala, covering the whole of Wakiso, and not only small parts of Kampala where the elites can afford fiber. As John Foster said, our mission, our vision is to democratize internet, to democratize broadband for everyone.
The Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Thomas Tayebwa, officiated the launch of this innovation. He asked the innovators to be vigilant about the misuse, such as online pornography, which is detrimental to our society.
Dubai, there is no pornography. Many countries now, there is no pornography. It has broken families. Men or women go in a bar, they have their fun, and then they find pleasure on the internet. We can really build a society that is very peaceful. We make a meaningful contribution to the development of our country, but the protection of our children and the values that we do espouse as a country. That's so critical for me.
Tayebwa also appealed to the service providers to offer free internet access to school children for their research purposes in order to further their education journeys.
From how you are doing business, I would request you that since you are targeting homes, kindly be the first internet company to zero-rate education websites. I would request you on that.
Increased access to the internet empowers individuals with enhanced education, it boosts business opportunities, and fosters innovation. By extending your fiber network to reach even the most unserved and underserved communities with high-speed, unlimited, and affordable service, GVA is playing a pivotal role in transforming lives.
Mary Namkose, UBC News.
Now, the Ministry of Internal Affairs has cautioned individuals involved in acquiring illegal Ugandan national identity cards. Now, this follows the ministry's the confiscation of hundreds of illegal identity cards from people attempting to obtain passports. We have more in the following story.
Of other countries, they are all here, all these.
Uganda's 1995 constitution stipulates that to be considered a Ugandan, an individual must have been within Uganda's borders by February 1926, when the borders were established. However, many individuals in the country have been using illegal means to acquire Ugandan identity cards.
Because they think Uganda is a country with weak systems that do not work, that do not function. So therefore they would come here and be able to acquire our document. I want to say this. There are some people who come here and they live here legally. There could be British, there could be Indians, there could be Pakistanis, but they go through the normal channels, the right channels and processes of acquiring citizens. And therefore such people are holding our passports legally, like you would see a Ugandan in Canada.
Being born in Uganda does not automatically qualify one to be Ugandan.
Persons are citizens of Uganda by birth. Every person born in Uganda with at least one parent or grandparent, with at least one parent or grandparent who is or was a member of one of the indigenous communities listed in the third schedule of the Constitution as of February 1st, 1926. We have 65 communities, or what we refer to as tribes, listed in the Constitution, the 1995 version. So if one has either one of the parents, mother or father, or one of the grandparents, grandmother or grandfather, that one qualifies to be a citizen of Uganda. 4, the indigenous community must have existed and resided within Uganda's borders as of February 1st, 1926.
There is a call to individuals to make use of trusted government agencies and platforms, including the Constitution, for information concerning identity. Mario Nawori and Stephen Kalisia for UBC.
Also has a Ndagamu.
Now, that becoming a member of parliament in Uganda requires one to spend not less than 500 million shillings during campaigns is one undocumented report that is worrying the Electoral Commission. Now, this underscores the need for enactment of a law regulating electoral financing during campaigns and elections. Speaking during a media roundtable in Bugolobi, Electoral Commission Chairperson Justice Simon Byabakama said non-regulation of such expenditure disadvantages other potential but financially constrained candidates. Here is our reporter Henry Okrut with more.
It is not the first time that the matter of regulating increased electoral and campaign financing is raising more alarms than whispers. Prior to the 2021 general election, the National Consultative Forum is reported to have come up with a proposal to check electoral financing. In the proposal, enactment of the law to that effect was highlighted.
They made a proposal in the law, that creation of the law or enactment of the law, to restrict electoral financing. However, that law did not see the light of day when it was taken to Parliament. So as it is now, there is no law.
It is about time that the proposal is resurrected to have the law in place.
Some of the challenges the youth, concerns the youth have expressed, is that how can we as young people who desire to contest offer ourselves when we don't have a war chest of so much money? What do we do? So I think these are things that we need as a country to talk about.
To aid in pushing for this is where the role of the media has been underscored.
If you, the media, can push the need for this law to be put in place, I think some people somewhere will say, one, there is too much alarm about this campaign financing. Let us have this law in place. And I want to believe going forward, one day we shall have the law on electoral financing.
This also includes reporting against promoting violence during elections for the good of the country.
There is only one country, Uganda. There is no alternative to this country called Uganda. Therefore, the issues of promoting peaceful, free and fair elections, or elections marred by violence and bloodshed, is entirely our choice. You, the fourth estate, you have a critical role to play.
Many speakers agreed with Justice Viain on not engaging youth in violent political protests.
We could also talk about presenting information in a way that is intended to provoke emotional responses. Somebody knows that the way they have packaged the information is going to provoke emotional responses, but they don't add value. It's just an issue of emotions. We all get angry, and when you go back home, you don't even know why you have been angry the whole day.
If we cover them in a way that creates apathy, then at the end of it all, I think we all lose.
General elections were last held in Uganda in 2021, with less than 2 years left to the next elections. This makes timely engagements such as this to ensure a smooth upcoming exercise. Henry Okurut, UBC.
Thanks, Henry, for that story there. Now, Uganda Communications Commission, UCC, condemns all unethical use of broadcast, print and social media platforms, warning content creators of serious legal implications if found guilty. Now, this comes in the wake of a reaction by members of the Uganda Medical Association towards a video by a local artist, which they say tarnishes the image of the medical profession. Oduna McArnold reports.
Early this week, a music video released by a renowned local musician, Gerson Wabui, also known as Gravity Omutuju, raised concerns to Ugandan medical doctors who claimed the artist's work undermined their profession.
There are pictures of musicians which are circulating on social media, which are not looking good at all, where one of the musicians is holding something looking like a needle, and holding a woman bending down and in a way which is very, very uncomfortable. And this musician is putting on a clinical coat and a stethoscope.
The Uganda Medical Association appeals to UCC over Gravity Omutuju's video, claiming the video is not only a misrepresentation of the medical profession, but also a violation of women's dignity.
It's as if these people are trying to portray that this is what we do to people's women when they come to our examination rooms, which is, not good.
Despite not receiving an official appeal from the claimants, Fred Otunu, the Director of Corporate Affairs at the Uganda Communications Commission, UCC, asserts that there are boundaries and laws to which a content creator, publisher or broadcaster can be implicated.
In this particular case, a broadcaster is required to comply with minimum broadcasting standards. Minimum broadcasting standards here stipulate things that you ought not to do. For example, like broadcasting content which is contrary to public morality. In other words, if your content is one that is going to promote indecency, public morality will come in.
Due to heightened levels of capitalism, media houses today face a conflict of interest between airing and publishing popular content and promoting good morals.
People are okay in society with obscenity. People are okay with abusiveness. People are okay with violence messages. And when anyone comes up to coin a message on that, be it an artist, be it a video, be it lyrics, or maybe the vocals, people are simply jumping on board because that is what is building, that is what is selling, that is what's making them.
We do not regulate the actors, the individuals per se, but their products, which is content consumed or broadcast in the medium, in the media like TV or radio, that becomes our concern.
Ugandans, especially the local populace, since time immemorial have come to enjoy music whose connotative meaning deliberately differs from the surface meaning. This raises the debate on whether the law truly implicates one who produces or promotes such content. Wadulo Makanold, UBC News, in Kampala.
Wadulo, thank you so much for that report there. Now to what happened earlier today, and of course rain was relentless this morning, leaving parts of Kampala and Wakiso flooded. Entebbe Road has been particularly affected, as we see in this story.
From around 9 a.m. in the morning, it rained cats and dogs for about 3 hours, leading to severe flooding in most parts of Kampala and Wakiso. In Namaswo and Entebbe Road near Batabata, the water blocked the road, causing severe traffic jam and many vehicles unable to pass through. In an attempt to navigate through the flooded road, the vehicles stalled and residents were left stranded. Many houses flooded and valuable property worth millions destroyed. According to the residents, they say that since they started living in this area, they have never seen such waters, and it has caused them great distress.
Many people are still stranded in their houses. Some can't move, others have been ferried to safe areas.
We need aid. We don't have household items at home. We are wondering how we will spend the night.
The residents blame the newly constructed Nyanama Road, blocking some drainage channels and no outlets.
The drainage channels overflood, the waters flow to people's houses and the main Entebbe Road. Government should work on the drainage.
Bagizibye tebannagizibukula kati amazzi gonna ndoza gabadde ganoonya bwe gayita tegakola ki tegalaba ugazze buzzi muffe
tusaba kyandibadde nti gavumenti etukwatireko okulaba emyala gino bagigaziye bulungi okijja kutuyambako okulaba ng'olusi amazzi gano ganaatambula bulungi negatagenda wa mu makubo.
Action regarding Entebbe Road flooding.
Olw'etonyanga nnyingi tukosebwa naye leero kisusse kubanga amayumba agasinga kyenkana gagenda nakugwa agasinga abantu basobodde nagajja mu bintu olw'enkuba etonnye amazzi gagayingidde ne gagayisa wakati w'amayumba
nabyononese enkuba ebadde mpitirivu ate nga tuli beeralikivu kuba kati sizoni y'enkuba erabika etandika butandisi naye kati singa eno tonnyayo ebiro ebirala simanyi batuze bagenda kubeera.
Some residents were seen hurriedly moving their belongings, including chairs and utensils. Meanwhile, traffic jam on Entebbe Road was still severe by press time. This report was compiled by Muyingo Joseph for UBC News.
That is what happened earlier today. The Muti of Uganda, Sheikh Shaban Ramadan Mubaji, addressed a meeting at the Uganda Muslim Supreme Council headquarters at Old Kampala. Now, the meeting was attended by district hadis from 78 Muslim districts and 10 Muslim regions. The focus of the meeting was on promoting unity and development within the Muslim community in Uganda.
Sheikh Shaban Ramadan Mobaje, the Muti of Uganda, warned against illegal acts during the pilgrim Hijjah and announced that the Uganda Muslim Supreme Council would be setting new rules to ensure proper conduct. He also condemned those who insult Muslim leaders.
We are here to come out with a policy. I saw on the social media one person says he's donating 500 hajjis. Is that realistic? Sheikh Wandega akoze mifuyo mingi e Makka. Tugenda kuvaayo tufulumye police ku bya hijja buli muntu alina kugikkiriza kati. Ne government yana kukikkiriza.
In his speech, Sheikh Mobaje expressed gratitude to the districts including Mukono and Wakiso for their contributions to the Uganda Muslim Supreme Council. He acknowledged Sheikh Arias Chegozi, the district Qadi of Wakiso, who thanked the Muft for initiating the idea of a colleague for sheikhs, imams and scholars.
Whereby someone just wake up to a day and call himself a sheikh. He start to do the fatwas, he start to do the judgments, yet he's not the right person to do it. So Mufti has mentioned about setting up a training center for the imams. Someone at any level to be a leader, he has to get that qualification and that skills with a certificate in it.
The Mufti also condemned an attack by the former district Qadi of Masaka Muslim district and announced the swearing in of Sheikh Yassin in Sera as the new acting Qadi of Masaka Muslim district.
To do so in accordance with the teachings of the Holy Quran. With the teaching of the Holy Quran and the noble hadith. And the noble hadith. So help me Allah. So help me Allah. Allahu Akbar.
Nsaba Allah nkulembere mbukulembeze buno kubasinza asukiridde.
Kyetwagala kwe kuteekawo enkola n'oluganda tumanye buli muntu anakola ki era mukama we yaani nga tusuubira nti bwe tunakikola mujja kuddayo nga badisikaali namwe mukikole wansi ku baimaamuzi ne baseka b'amatwale.
During the meeting, district Qadis discussed various issues, emphasizing the importance of unity and development in the Muslim community. Mary Namkose, Jamil Sekaja, UBC News.
To the courts of law now, where prosecution witness Assistant Superintendent of Police Ogwang Peter testified in the trial of Henry Katanga's murder, stating that he learnt about the incident from the accused, Otai Charles, a medical practitioner who called him after the incident in Imbuya. Now, this testimony was given during the hearing at the High Court Criminal Division in Kampala. The case involves 5 suspects. Molly Katanga, the widow of Henry Katanga, their 2 daughters and 2 others.
5 suspects: Molly Katanga, widow of Henry Katanga, Martha Nkwanza, Patricia Kakwanza, Otai Charles, a medical practitioner at Bugorobi Medical Center, and George Amanyire Shamba Boy, are facing trial for the murder of businessman Henry Katanga. ASP Ogwang Peter, prosecution witness number 3, attached to Bugolobi Police Station, testified that on November 2nd, 2023, he received a call from Otai Charis informing him that Henry Katanga had committed suicide.
Dr. Tai led me to the scene where I saw a structure of the body laid down on a new mattress, covered with a bed sheet. I also saw sprinkles of blood all over the room. On the bed, also it was soaked with blood and a pistol nearby.
Upon arriving at the scene in Imbuya, he found Otai Charis and AIP Mercedes Samuel guarding the scene.
Apart from Otai, who else was there?
Madam Patricia was there. The response from her, she was seeking help from us, police. My lord, my response to her, I told her, no, Madam Patricia, no, we cannot report this as an accident. Soko has to come and cover this scene.
However, during cross-examination, Ogwang Peter found it difficult to defend his police statement as some information was not recorded.
Did you mention anything in the statement that you told Patricia that you cannot report that as an accident? Is it in the statement?
My lord, it's not a lie. When I made this statement, of course, I might have omitted other things.
Timothy Nyangwesho, an accountant with Watoto Church and the fourth witness, testified that the late Henry Katanga was his maternal uncle.
Uncle Henry was a peaceful man. He was kind. He was compassionate.
Nyangwesho stated that before learning of Katanga's demise, he called Martha Nkwanza, who did not answer his calls, not until his mother, Naume Nyangwesho, informed him of his uncle's death. He then went with Naume Nyangwesho to Katanga's home in Imbuya to confirm the incident.
When we arrived, there were quite a number of people, including senior officers, and there was a police officer who stopped me from going upstairs. I went to the front of the house, where I saw A+ take the body of Uncle Henry.
During cross-examination, when presented with the call data records for Martha Nkwanza, Timothy Nyangwesho couldn't confirm to court that he had called Nkwanza and that he declined to answer his calls.
Would it be wrong to call your statement an afterthought?
No.
So you are in court in Nakawa and you decide to take yourself to Ginger Road after to record a statement?
No, I was summoned by the police to give a statement.
The defense also questioned why he recorded a police statement after the accused had been charged. Judge Isaac Mwata adjourned the case to July 12, 2024 for further hearing, and Mole Katanga was further remanded. Deborah Namamonde, UBC News.